Coco, Keisha, spicy, tipping, trainy. Yellow bone chick look like K. Donnie. Freaking the sheets, freak on them beats. Been hooked since big old freak. I realized that I was a R&B on the star rap beat. These got no name on them. Wish these hoes stop trying to put claim on them. He come around me, get game on him. If he don't go, then I already came on him. These new hoes sound like my mixtape. Saying my name like it's clickbait. I don't take shit that come with the dishes. I don't shit if it come in his name. I'm not your better yet, cause don't sleep on me. Look like a lick, then I'm putting the freak on him. My little niggas is begging, I'm paying. Cause my shit young thug and I'm the rich homie. Boy, I ain't finna read all the text, don't know what it said, but I send that's a bet. Lately, my patience been getting real low. Lately, I feel like I need no respect. It was the money for me, ayy. He gon' go dummy for me, ayy. He ain't that cute, but he could dress. He's to protect for me, ayy. It was the need for him, the way that it squeezed for him, ayy. He did a whole lot of but it was the mean for him. Hey, y'all wanna take me out so bad. I make all of y'all hoes so mad. Hoes went about them big ass teeth. Hear me out spell, still going outside. Hoes got jokes, but don't never wanna stand up. Hoes got balls, but you know I got him.
Hello. How y'all doing? Sorry for the delay. Having some tech issues over here, but we're not on time, but we're right on time to talk about the finale of Grits. I'm most definitely ready to get into it because a whole lot was going on. But be sure to leave your comments down below about our commentary and let us know what you are thinking about this show. Ashley, how are you feeling and are you ready to get into Grits?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm ready to talk about this finale. It was giving the mighty have fallen, but I'm sure we'll get into all of the thick of the events of the finale. But yeah, how are you doing?
I want to know who was mighty. Who was mighty? The mighty has fallen.
Yeah, I mean the show, like I feel like the writing was really
Oh,
strong the first couple episodes, and then I feel like these last 3 episodes we've kind of like
overall thoughts, Ashley.
we went somewhere else. Like I said, I really thought the season started super strong enough to like gain our interest. I feel like by the end of it, these characters that we had like kind of grown to care about kind of devolved into something different than what we had originally met them as, right? And I expected change, but I expected growth from these ladies. That's not what I got. Episode 8 left a lot of things open. They went into this with all of the confidence in the world that they're going to get a season 2. So I'm going to have that same confidence that we'll get some full resolution because we were left on such a cliffhanger with a lot of things this final episode. I wasn't satisfied, Tyra.
Oh, dang. I I don't know. We're exactly where I'd expected us to be. I felt like by a certain episode, and I don't remember, but I was like, oh, we're in Ratchet City. There's no intentions for these ladies to really leave Memphis. Like, no, we're staying here and we're lost. So I think we got exactly what I was expecting. Now, of course, we gonna predict everything, including when the sun come up. But I don't know. I'm not. It's not like I wasn't satisfied or like some shocking. I like that they left the windows open for us to really speculate on where we're gonna go next season. But we're exactly where I thought we were gonna be. This is what I thought it was. I didn't think the ladies was gonna make it nowhere. But getting over here, baby, into Pastor Savion, because sir, baptized in the name of 80K. Sir, did you kill this man? You killed this man. All he ever did was love on a hoochie. Like it wasn't worth all of that. I'll say Savion has been maybe the most disappointing for me. We didn't even get to the ladies because we know who disappointed over there. But as far as the other cast, members hearing their stories arcs outside of those three ladies, Pastor Savion was just, I don't know. I expected this kind of behavior, but I thought that he was going to be moving, really meticulous and, that's my private life. I thought it was going to be more of a stigma around his identity. And even if we did know, nobody else knew because he was moving so carefully. Baby, who don't know beyond Keisha? Everybody has to know the way that you're moving because it's really, really sloppy. And for us to bring this man all the way out here to baptize him and ask about this 80K, and he makes it very clear, not only did I not touch your 80K, but I been knew my wife was laying it low with you. She wasn't trying to hide nothing, and we saw that. We saw that in the early episodes. There was no discretion. They didn't care. I just was saying my piece. Now, as far as your little board members and the deacons and whatnot, I don't have any no control over that. Can I go home? It's just like, no, we're gonna go on and take you out. We put this bag over this man's head and we just exit. I'm gonna assume that he's dead because when we link up later with the wife, I'm like, girl, how you care now? You ain't cared about this man since we met you. You was happy to bend over that desk, but now she's confronting Savion with the fact that her husband hasn't came home. He ain't been seen. I don't know where he at. Just like, Lord, I'm gonna pray for him because Savion gonna pray for everybody. But this is not the Pastor Savion I thought that we were getting, because if you're moving like this, you never cared about a damn person, especially not Keisha. Ashley, how did you feel about this?
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't at all. Again, I think we started out and I didn't expect any of them to leave Memphis. I think I just expected more from the characters. I expected them to, I don't know, even if we were going to devolve, I expected something further. Just like this, I felt like at the end it got really sloppy and really slapstick. He did have this like air of, I'm trying to be this with the congregation and I keep this very separate. Those were the vibes we got for the first half of the season. And now it's you full gangster. You don't give a single damn. You're doing this in the broad daylight with all of your goons. Like, it gave really, I don't give a damn about this church. This is who I am 24/7. And I think anybody would have to be a fool not to know that he is a criminal and the boss of all of these criminals. Yes, this man went out. I knew he wasn't behind it. He didn't have the heart for it. This is a blue collar man doing his best to get by, trying to keep up with his little fast wife. That's all he was trying to do. I thought this was like a punk move from Pastor Savion, because I really feel like if you really have the streets like they're trying to make us believe in the show, you have a better line on who did this than this man. Like, this was Gabe, I'm eliminating my competition so now I can have old girl to myself. And it's like, how do you have time to worry about this when you got a daughter who's on the edge, when you missing your $80,000? Savion, I need his why to be bigger than this. It's just ego and greed. That's it. Like, that's it. I really, again, maybe my expectations were here. I expected his why to be greater than the sum of its parts, and I ain't get it. And this was real goofy anyway. It's like, really? Because I'm going to baptize you. Really? Like,
I don't know. He's very remember Mercedes Mama? It feels like Mercedes Mama on down there at the paint. You spewing out all of these rhetoric and these Bible scriptures and stuff, and you're a heathen. It's very that. I don't know. I wanted him to move with more tact. Like, even if you were going to interrogate this man or ask some questions, you should never be the one like front facing to where he could see you out in the open like this. And since he did, I'm going to assume that you killed him. I didn't get the sense that she was that important for him to try to eliminate some competition. So that leads me to believe you really think this man has something to do with touching your 80K because he mad all about his wife. It's not smart. It's not giving the man who got the city on lock. Don't move and shake unless I say so. It's not giving that if we're out here moving. Like, he looked like a lunatic out here in this choir robe. I said, baby, you got to graduate? What? What? This choir robe down here? I say, baby, this is not giving pastor. It's giving shoo-wop pop pop down there in the small church, or you about to graduate and throw your little cap on in the air. No. But yeah, we'll see where this goes. And he holds her hand at the end. I was like, I thought she was just a little yang yang around the house. I didn't think that she was going to be of any importance moving into another season or like his woman. Okay. But getting over here, because all right. Now, perks and consequences. Because Keisha said, all I did was pass out and then I got up before the ambulance came. Am I right? I said, Keisha, we really, it feels like in the final hour are getting into some friendship here. Because all of a sudden, 27 Piece got somewhere to go. She got somewhere to stay. She has a couch to sleep on, a bedroom to be in, via Keisha's house. Because, baby, what's yours is mine. I'm going to look out for you, and we're leaving the storage unit where it's at. And we're confronting her because, baby, I had to come and pick you up off the floor. You need to do something about that. I saw Fran give you them perks. So why is Fran giving you perks? I saw that. Just like, no, it's not that deep. Like, I'm just taking a couple. I'm going to leave him alone. And of course, we get that message from Big Daddy Show Do Me Right. Get him, cowboy. We noticed that, and we get to that later. But the main thing going on here, outside of just the friendship and I got your back, is the fact that we couldn't pay them fees on the storage unit. Ty, please. Ty gonna roll up. She rolled up on this man with the same excuses that she rolled up on the teacher down there at the school. I got put out. I got no. There's those things. First of all, you left your little wattage plugged up outside the outside the unit for a janitor to see it. Oops, number one. And then we get here and it's like, well, I thought they were just going to confront her with the idea of, we have you on camera. We see that you've been staying here. This is against the policy. We have to shut it down. Get your stuff and go. No, we're going to auction off your stuff because not only have you been sleeping here, but you couldn't even pay the stuff. How much is the storage, Ty? I ain't the brightest person in the world, but I didn't ever recall a storage just being something that was so unattainable to where you couldn't pay that monthly fee or hell a yearly one. That should have been your first priority outside of anything else. And via rolling, doping, dropping, and shaking a little ass down there on the OnlyFans, you've gotten enough coin to pay at least this, if nothing else. She don't love herself. That's what Brenda said. She don't love herself. She don't love herself, and I hate to see it. Actually, how did you feel about this? And why didn't Ty pay these people?
She had to buy 27 pieces because she got it installed this episode. And I said, Keisha, you're responsible for this. You're responsible for these 27 pieces. You don't pay rent. You wasn't paying not near a bill. So why couldn't you pay that $150 storage bill? Like, girl, what are we doing with our life and with our money? Clearly, again, she's directionless. 27 pieces just continue to disappoint me up to the very end. Because, girl, you doing OnlyFans. You dropping it for Bonafide in the studio. You got a music video. What are you doing with this little money you're making? You're getting something from somewhere. And you don't have nothing to show for it? It makes me think she got a habit too. I don't know. I hated everything about this. I will say it was nice of Keisha to come let her stay, but Keisha's falling apart her damn self. And honestly, talk about friendship. I don't feel like 27 Pieces is Keisha's friend. I really don't. What we see later on in the episode, we never see her voluntarily provide that information. And the fact that they wrote it in the way that they did, the discovery of everything as far as the OnlyFans and the daddy, was crazy to me. I feel like if that's your friend from childhood, like y'all are all three supposed to be, that you're like, girl, your daddy was on the, whatever. And I get 27 Pieces was probably trying to keep her freak side a secret or whatever. But I think that's something you tell your friend, especially if you participate in it and took the money and still can't pay a bill. Everything about it just annoys me. The relationship she has with her baby daddy, his mama, and we still never got a piece of where 27 Piece even came from, girl. Because do you have any people? You clearly don't, because she's aimless. She just ain't no hope for 27 Pieces. Ain't no hope. Ain't no hope.
Maybe want some fried chicken. Ain't no hope for 27 pieces. What irritates me is the way the narrative is written every time she's confronted with some consequences for what she hasn't been doing. It's like they want us to feel sorry and identify with her, and that is not what's happening.
Yeah.
Come on, man. I got put, I ain't had nowhere else to go. My baby was, what are you talking about?
No.
You had ample opportunity and space to do better, and you're choosing not to. I can't vibe and feel sorry for Ty. How am I supposed to empathize with that? I don't know what they want.
I don't know either.
I don't know. Like,
I don't give a damn.
I don't give a damn. No, I don't give a damn either, Fran, because Fran don't give a damn. Fran, I thought above all else, Fran was gonna pay them property taxes. Okay. I knew she wasn't at some point, but before, when she first started, committing crimes, I was like, Fran is gonna pay them property taxes. What is all the attitude for? Everybody's just mad. Be mad at yourself. We come in here confronting, all drunk G-pop, all about what's going on. You want some lottery tickets? You hungry? You want some cheese grits? Hell no. I don't want anything. I'm done. Ain't none of that liquor and gambling and whatever done nothing for me. Matter of fact, your brother came over last night. I signed over everything, conservatorship and whatnot. Oh man, like what? Why would you do that? Fran is presented in a light of like passing something down in its lineage, like your father's father, grandmother grew up here. How could you sell this home? We need this. We need to keep this in the family. The fact that you're not, and you even let him come in here and play you like that means that you don't love me, you don't care about me. Like, it's giving like a little piece of gentrification. No, friend, that's not what this is. If you cared so goddamn hard, you would have at least, at the minimum, all the Louis Gucci, Prada, pop them tags that we have seen you doing since you started committing theft. You had the money and you didn't, so you didn't really give a damn. But we're gonna show that we give a damn, because we're gonna go down to our brother. Good job, Chow and Fran called him light skinned. I said, what?
I was looking for light. I was looking for the light skin.
She said, little Charles, light skin, about to say, light skin. I don't know, maybe that was in the script prior.
They just say anything.
But then it turned into Ruthless Records. I thought we was watching Straight Outta Compton and Ice Cube was coming to confront them about his money. I said, who are you rolling up on, friend, with this crowbar? Ain't nobody scared of you. But we confront him. I'm like, I don't know. They're trying to demonize him in some way. This does not give a brother and sister relationship. Baby, did y'all ever like each other? Did you grow up in the same house? Do you have different mothers or different daddies? Because it's not giving related. But we asking for the paper, and I'm going to do this, and I'm destroying property, and this ain't over. This is something that we're going to maybe have to deal with in a later season. I'm just not giving that. I don't see what the brother did that was just so wrong. I don't care. If you cared, you would have paid for it. Ashley, we at Ruthless Records.
I guess she Suge Knight. It's death row. Cause I was like, girl, what are you? I was like, are you Cleo? Like, what are you doing in here? Like, you Debo. You snatching chains and taking people bikes. I don't. Everything about this was so forced to me. Cause I'm like, girl, we see you slap a hoe up at the skating rink before, but to this extent, you bring the goons with you for your brother. Like, I was waiting for her to pimp slap him or do something. Like, girl, this is what we're doing. You real gangster now, friend. You stole 3 cars. Now you a gangster. Oh, all right, girl. Like, you couldn't even pull the trigger a second ago, and now you're gonna ride on your brother like this. It didn't give reality for me, girl. And then he made a deal with your granddaddy, acting like they don't have copies and get stuff printed off a second and third time in triplicate when we're doing conservatorships and deals like this. You just took that one little piece. Oh, we put it in my pocket. Now you can call security. Friend, you want to go to jail. You wanted to go to jail. Jail or hell. At this point, I'm finding it hard to even find motivation to like Fran. And I know they're trying to give that this is like YN energy, or these are like young women who are just trying to find their way and they're still naive to the game and things like that. But girl, you went in there with full awareness. At this point, take them little cute coins you got from boosting and stealing cars and go find you a little apartment. Go get you a little studio where you can fry up them little catfish nuggets and them dry grits, girl. I'm just so over it. Can we lean into the cooking? Because I don't think this is her ministry, Tyra. I don't.
That's over. Whatever those little culinary ambitions, we dropped those just as soon as we stole our first car. It wasn't in the forefront as much as I thought it would be. I thought we were going to get some more dimension as far as Fran really being confronted with a dilemma and her maybe trying to pour into that or pour into G-pop and something going wrong. Nothing happened. You just been out here making it rain and going to the strip club and stuff like that. Like, girl, you've been living your best life. Wednesday Addams rolling up in here all black. Man, I don't know. I don't know. And I wish he gave like a little bit more sibling. Oh my God, y'all really don't like each other? Like, and it's like you're mad because he made something of himself. Like, what? I'm confused. It's just like, yeah, he got you drunk. He got you drunk and made you sign. I was like, what's going on here? A couple of things here aren't really adding up. Like, is he like greasy? Is he like some property? Like, what benefit is he getting from this? Did I miss that? The brother?
Well, I mean, if he has control and power of attorney or conservatorship, that means he can make all financial decisions for grandpa. So in theory, he could sell the house and pocket the money. He really could do that. Something happened between them that was deep. I don't know if Fran felt abandoned when he left for school or did whatever, and she was left in a bad situation, taking care of grandpa on her own. Maybe she bore the weight of it. I'm hoping it's something like that and not something worse.
I don't know. We're gonna have to see. Very much so. I was trying to say, why you let him in and I wasn't her? Like, what? Why? why? Like, what is going on? Because I can understand the conservatorship and wanting to sell, but it's like, you're not paying the bills. He'll pop. You're gambling. You're drinking. Somebody has to do something. Because, friend, is it coming from a positive place or no? Because this conflict in this office gave negativity.
Yeah, Andrew, it can't be just not showing up to grandma's funeral. It's not just that. This is, and I get it. This is the anger she has for him is not an isolated incident. The you roll up with them boys on your brother is something completely deeper than that. Probably something from childhood. Like this can't be. He didn't come to one thing. This has to be a big issue.
I hope we don't go over there. I don't want to go over there.
I'm just saying. She
I
hates
don't
him.
know. It makes sense. This was like there's no love here at all. She didn't take a second thought. She would lay hands on him. Ride him, cowboy, and then three's a crowd because baby, Fran ain't coming. Fran ain't making it. No matter how many messages she sent, Keisha just can't win. You can't win. She can't win.
They weren't gonna win no way.
They gonna make Keisha cry every episode. Keisha just cried. I thought you was my friend. I'm in charge. I thought you was my friend. Girl, why didn't you tell me? I thought at least 27 piece. I thought Ty was going to tell her herself and she wasn't going to have to find out via a text message. I think that made it seem worse. And I don't care how much money or whatever was on the line. Girl, your daddy is on OnlyFans. Hit me up, say, yeah, I can't wait to see more of you. You saw what that message said? Like, Keisha, your daddy is out here moving. Like, it's like, yeah, you needed the money. Everybody just needed the money and all of this. And of course, she tells her she gets confirmation that Jerome was set up and all of this stuff. That was never any truth to anything. So she's equating her dad to all this negativity and you in his pockets too. I'm sick of all y'all. We get on down here to the damn competition. Now, look, they got on the floor and did more than I thought they were going to do. They did way more than I thought they were gonna do. I think we all knew that Orange Pound Mound or Orange Mound Pound had it in the bag from the jump. We were focused on them quite a bit in the show. It was the disappointment for Keisha. Keisha really thought she was gonna win. I just couldn't believe it.
Delusion.
I mean, it was. I enjoyed these moments because you clearly have Ty trying her best to let her know, girl, I got your back. Bria rolled up over there and it turned into a scene out of Mean Girls. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna always be here for you. Like, I know I made a mistake, but we love you, Keisha. Like, girl, I took you in. I had your back. You lied to me. That's going on. By the time we actually get on this floor and there's two of them, they gave it their best effort, but we didn't win. My issue was how much stock Keisha had. Keisha just knew she won. I was like, Keisha, you didn't win, baby girl. Actually, how did you feel about the skating competition overall and the reaction here from Keisha? Because you've been over there with my daddy too.
Child, Atlanta would never. I was like, where'd they get these skaters from? Like, what did y'all could have found some on Instagram to come and stand in and do some skating. Like, until we got to Orange Pound, Mound Town, whatever it was, I was like, what are we doing over here? Like, is it supposed to be for fake? But you're right. When they got up there and did their little back bend, I said, oh, okay, that was definitely more than I thought they were going to do. I don't know how they thought Fran was ever going to be able to do that. But girl, in comparison, honey, y'all wasn't even ranking top 10. Like, let's be so serious. I'm going to chalk it up to youthful delusion. You know what I mean? And, just girl, because there's no way in her right mind, Keisha really thought this was her ticket out. And I think that's something we had been thinking the whole entire season. Like, there's going to be this moment where they're confronted with the reality of where they are and what they have to do. This is a pipe dream. That's probably not going to happen, but it's going to be a reality check to really propel them into the right direction, or at least a real direction, right? I don't think it did any of that. It was bad, just like all of these ladies' outcomes were at the end. You muted, baby.
Go on. So Keisha said, Bria, baby, whatever you want, I'm on that too. We can fight. We can scrap the way I'm feeling. I don't have no tasers tonight. I'll whoop some ass tonight. So Keisha, hold on. Hold on, Keisha. Hold on. Now look, we can't fight, okay? We know what our strong suits are. Don't do that.
And she got blades in her mouth. Ain't nobody playing with Bria out here. Girl, go somewhere.
Oh, this was just very, very funny. I understood why we leaned into more of a childlike Mean Girls roll bounce energy here, because this is the last of their little innocence. It's just shredded all to hell. It's over. Ain't no more skating. Okay, I doubt we'll see them down at the roller rink too often in another season. But yeah, Keisha said, Keisha, just say something. I know this meant everything to you. Keisha, say something. I don't know. No. Then it gets worse.
Yeah.
R.I.P. just killed the thug. R.I.P. R.I.P. Okay. Okay, this is not funny. We expected this because, Lord, Tom makes it very clear, but I had to block Bonafide. Bonafide had to go. Bonafide, they didn't say Bonafide was not what you thought it was going to be, and you wasn't all in the video, all on the record. So that's what the issue really was, and she got blocked. But we get over here, Eddie come kikiing all in Ty's face. She said, "Baby, you just told me to die slow. Last time we talked, what are you doing in my face?" Like, no, do your best. He looked crazy. The hoodie looked real grimy. I said, "Is it drugs? Eddie, are you on drugs?" He just looked unkept. We knew that something was about to go down. I say, Bonafide, who the hell told you to be performing in the middle of the skating rink? Eddie clearly didn't care. Eddie sadly let his mother put a battery in his back to go get it back. You a man. Son, I thought you was a man. Go. What? Broke up with my ex, now she mad, laughing, ha ha. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. We got one high out, and Eddie rolled up and just shot her. I was like, didn't nobody? Where your security at, Bonafide? Bonafide, with the way that Bonafide was rolling, because the way she whipped that out, that's not the first time you did that. That's how you move. Baby, you need to have people around you watching at all times. Nobody intervened quick enough. She got shot. Baby, it was MC MJG saying, again. A-Ball said, again, goddamn, again. First we had roll. I was just trying to have my grand opening. Y'all shooting up in here again? Baby, just shut the whole skating ring down. Or you need to get some goddamn metal detectors or do something better down at the front. But he didn't kill her here. We have Ty rush to baby's side and go get her. I love how Elise was over there just looking dumbfounded. I don't know where he got the gun. What, my son? Lady, please, terrible. But actually, how did you feel about Eddie rolling up and shooting Bonafide? It was very zebra head coded.
I mean, we knew. It's just amazing he ain't took out 27 piece too. The way he was looking, I said he off something. Like he got on something just to get himself hyped up to do this. His mama definitely helped with this. I thought you were a man. Be a man. I needs me a man. Go do it. As far as Bonafide, if you're sticking straps in people's mouths, Bonafide, I need you to have a vest on at the very least. I need you to have that thing on you, and I need you to have a vest on. You should have never been caught slipping like this out here doing these things in the streets. So rest in peace, sit, Bonafide, because you went out bad, sis. You went out bad, sister. Yeah, and he's about to lose his life too. It's just so dumb and so pointless and useless. And the fact that the mama encouraged it, but this is what happens in real life. This is what happens to people in real life. Somebody, like Tyra said, puts a battery in your back and you feel like you have something to prove. I just said move, right? Move, leave Memphis. Go move somewhere far away. Fly like a bird, far away from here, and no one will ever know that you sucked on that strap. You know what I mean? It wasn't worth all this. It is what it is. Now, what's 27 piece gonna do without a father who was at least contributing to the maintenance and upkeep of the child? Well, we know what she's gonna do. Be a bigger fool than she ever was before, but we'll get to it. Rest in peace, Eddie, and rest in peace, Bonafide, because y'all both out of here. All them witnesses too, fool. You couldn't even do it on the slick tip. You couldn't even be in all black with your black Air Forces on and do it at nighttime in the parking lot. They ain't catch Jerome's killer. What? Do it in the parking lot. Damn it.
That's what I said. I was like, I thought that Eddie was going to be lurking like after the performance and he was going to catch her in the same spot where she was caught. And it was Bonafide looking shot. Like, all I did was stick a little. What I did really that bad? You really trying to roll up on me, sir? Now, what? I'm a Christian. Like, Bonafide. Where was your people? What your people say? Where were your man? They rolled up all late. Oh no! Eddie got off a solid 2-3 shots before anybody And we're in a circle laughing, hi, hi. It's like, oh, and he rolling up looking like Bishop and Juice. Say, what are y'all doing?
Ridiculous.
Somebody intervene. Where is the security? I don't know. This was messed up in a hot ass mess. R.I.P. to a real one. R.I.P. to Bonafide. Cause yeah.
Girl.
Now look at here. Okay. Poor thing. Poor Tink Tink. Poor Stink. Everybody's so delayed, girl. Everybody is on some Arrested Development type stuff. So when we get this here and we get that cellulite in our thighs, I want some wisdom to come with it. We saw this coming. We knew what was gonna happen. We found out, of course, at the end exactly who Mr. Rob is. But she said, tag boo, you're a bit late. I'm all packed up. Thought you would have been waiting on me. Because I gave you everything that you asked me for, along with information, and you gave me absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing but a pearl tongue. Let's not forget about that. But baby, Kara's just spending her day waiting by the phone, sitting home, waiting on you. Just waiting. Because I know damn well, up until the point that she realizes, you know what, I think he played in my face. No shit, Sherlock. Kara's just so sad. Like, girl, I just wanted a little bit. I would love to know who these people were before. I need a flashback because somebody's mama wasn't mama. They weren't mommying. We already have Ty over there. Then we have this situation. Parents, maybe these are some like repetitive cycles that are going on because the way that Ty and Eddie both disregarded baby girl moving the way that they did. Eddie, you going to prison, bro. You going to jail. You're gone for life. Nobody's prioritizing these children. I'm like, Carol, did anybody prioritize you? Because baby, you just really sat here by this phone and realized he took you for your money and took you for this information, and now you're sitting here at the bar, then relapsed on your sobriety because give me 2 shots of whiskey. This is trash, and I wanted a little bit more from Carolyn, but we knew that we weren't gonna get nothing for baby girl. Ashley, how'd you feel about this?
I wish I could have felt something. I wish I felt empathy or anything. I just felt like, how did you get this old in Memphis being this dumb? Like, in my mind, I can't wrap my head around knowing a Negro for 2 days and offering, yeah, I want to help you. I want to do everything in my power to help. I don't know you. No, I don't know you. 6'4". Get on your knees and go to work. Okay, that's all I would need you for, and then go home, Roger. Like, why are we exchanging financial information, let alone giving you mine? Like, I don't understand the mindset, especially as a woman who says that she's been kept by a man. Pastor Savion was taking care of her all these years. Why she would just be such a fool, such a fool, a pretty fool, but a fool nonetheless. And then the fact that you're sitting there waiting with your bags packed like he was really going to come through. And then on top of all that, to make a bad situation worse and not just take your L, because I was dumb. I was a fool. You said, let me make this a reason to go back to the bottle. Girl, I just don't have no respect for Miss Carol. Miss Carolyn, Carol, whatever. I ain't got no respect for you, lady. I wish I could feel for you, but I just don't. I feel like this was something a naive young person does. This is not what something well into her 40s. This is not the behavior of such, unless you were sugar mama. And you wasn't giving sugar mama by your accommodation, sister. And now you implicating that dangerous man. You didn't you.
I'm concerned. I'm like, what all of anything have you tried to pour into Keisha? Like, because somebody didn't pour into you, ma'am. They couldn't have, because you wouldn't be here. Like, you make mistakes, whatever, and you learn. But at our big age, we should have known better. And the fact that we didn't, and that's right over there next to, well, I didn't really get nothing over there with Savion. I ain't never been nowhere. I ain't never left Memphis because I ain't want him to think I was with him for his money. Like,
a fool.
I don't know. And it's not even just you and your money. This rolling over to, like, you messing up the church's money, your money, Savion. Like, this is gonna have a trifecta type situation. You don't do no work, madam. You don't have a job.
No, you messed up the church money. You messed up the church's money.
You're messing up the church's money. Okay? You're messing up the church's money. You messing up your own money, whatever it could have been. If Keisha this is about to stop whatever little income that you had coming in via to just maintain, period. This might come with some fan time. You could be implicated because you knew stuff and you didn't, like, Damn. Oh, for some D. Carol, please. I couldn't believe this. She went and sipped at the bar. Carol, no. At least she didn't get hurt. Okay? Because, you know, in the beginning, we were like, you get a little too big for your britches. Is Boogie. Boogie was so inconsequential. I thought Boogie was going to be like a little, you know, but Boogie didn't do nothing. Boogie wasn't busting no grapes and no fruit fights for me. I needed him to let Fran know to come correct before we ever got to meeting Pastor Savion, but here we are. The way she would be flying in this stolen vehicle, that was a damn cop car to begin with. Like you fell for the banana in the tailpipe frame. They dangled this carrot in your face and you went for it. Now, of course, who would have known? Not us, because we didn't know. Rob was the feds all along. Detective Rob has been telling Savion, trying to get close to Carolyn for information. Because I want to take down Pastor Savion, and I'm using you and her to do it. Wow, we didn't know that he was an op. It was not obvious. That was very obvious, but us coming full circle to this moment, I thought it was going to be something different, but no. You have been underneath Detective Rob's watchful eye and thumb for quite some time. You fool. He knows everything about Fran, everything about everybody. At this point, all I need you to do is be an informant. I ain't no snitch. I don't want to go back to jail. I can't go to jail again. Like, Fran, you were already on probation. Did you forget about that? I thought Fran was going to be a little smarter. She was bright at first. At first, everybody's mental state, probably by episode 5, completely declined. And it just, everybody's common sense just went out the window. And the G-pop thing and all of that, you don't have any choices here. There is no, if you want to take that charge and I'm going to be a real one for the streets and I'm going to go on back to jail for, what did he say, 5 to 7 years? Girl, have at it. Go have your life there. She's not going to do that. She's going to be an informant. And we're going to have to deal with probably Keisha's ass having to step in and say, no, not my friend. Like, I just don't know where this is going to go. Ashley?
Oh, man. Fran was never built for this life. Oh, girl, it was just crazy. And then the idea of, oh, well, okay, well, what you investigating? Whose murder was it? And it just happens to tie into everything we've been doing before. Yeah, that's the only option. Fran too pretty to go to jail. And like I said, she's not who she thinks she is. Like, you're not who you think you are, baby. You are. This is not the life. And I think 6'4" is just a menace to society, and of course going to use anyone as a pawn. You know, I already have half of what I need. I just need you to help me get the rest of it. And baby, they've been watching you the whole time. We knew she was moving sloppily. But again, this is my biggest complaint with the finale, and honestly the second half of the season, is that these women, these girls that we met these first couple episodes aren't anything like the people we see now. And I'm like, is this like a message that you're trying to send, that it's so quick that people can change or shift? But it's like at their core, they seem to be so different than the ladies we met at the beginning. Even like you said, down to the fact that Fran hasn't paid a dime on these taxes, when my whole heart is for my grandfather. That's why I'm even doing this, because, you know, I was going to be selling plates, but this is, I can hit a lick a little bit faster. So, you know, was it the fast money that changed her mentality? I'm really just trying to understand how all of these young ladies, well, except for 27 piece. 27 piece always been 27 piece. But as far as Keisha and Fran, I was just more than anything disappointed. But I don't think she has jail in her. I don't think she could do the time. I think she has to be an informant. And again, it's still jail or hell for Fran. I don't know if she lives if we get through a second season.
She's gonna be found out. Like Fran has not moved with any sense for quite some time, and I don't want to see her moving in these nefarious spaces as an informant. The way this man read everything back to her like a book, like you didn't think about anything. Like, yeah, you was down there at the auto shop trying to look at the devices that we have. You weren't gonna be able to find it. We've been tracking you. We've been listening to you. We've been doing everything. We just need you to come on into the fold and blow the whole thing up. Go on to be an informant, girl. We don't want you. You good. And this is just yet another reason why, as friends, we should be communicating. Your friends can't even do anything or try to step in or even if it was something like, I think Daddy Savion can have all of this energy and you better keep it a secret. But if Keisha had confronted him with this information, like, you and my friend, like, you tried to push up on my friends, you're sending her money on OnlyFans, you seen that friend was doing this, and these are friends to shout. These girls have been around you, Pastor Daddy. Like, and the way that he's interacting with him, it's very scummy. It's slime. It's slime. These are young ladies that you watch grow up, and this is how we're interacting and treating them. Keisha, get far. God, please make me a bird so I can fall forward. Everybody needs to get away, because I don't know what you're selling, but I don't want none of it, Pastor. But can't nobody even step in. Keisha can't even vouch or try to do anything because you didn't say anything to anyone. But it's very obvious, though, that you were doing something. The way she just smoking weed in the middle of the street in a stolen car, and she ain't tried to change a thing on it. Like,
That's so cool.
no, Free thought she was scot-free. Now, child, we get on over here. You go lay in the arms of a killer once again. Who would have thought? Who would have known? We're gonna tie back those keys because we couldn't find our keys to open the dog cage. Like, I don't know what I did with my key. It's like, yeah, somebody was working for Savion. He's so suave, he's such a skilled man. Savion don't get his hands dirty, he's like, that's not the Savion that we're seeing. Maybe OG Savion, not the one that we've seen this season. We're doing everything but moving with tact. But he wouldn't get his hands dirty with Jerome. He had to, find somebody. Who else? Because everybody's working for Pastor Savion, apparently. And we find out what we've known for quite some time. It was fun. It was fun. Scooby-Doo, it was fun. It was fun this whole time. Keisha said, "Oh, this is too much tonight. The shooting, Eddie. I need to go get my booty rubbed on. Let me go on over here and pop my coochie for a real one. Go over here with Bun." Bun showed Keisha exactly who he was the first time. When it was all about the Hennessy, and I got 12 toes, and yeah, you a freak, you a PK, I know it. Like, the only thing that I'm questioning here is because he was with Bria. I could see Bria trying to play in Keisha's face. I feel like Bria would know because they both grimy. They both grimy, but Keisha doesn't know, so she feels like she's running into the loving arms of her boyfriend. He's gonna console me tonight. Meanwhile, he killed your boyfriend that you've been mourning this entire season. Ashley, how did you feel about this?
We knew this. I knew it was Vaughn when we met him. I said he did it. Look at him. Look at him. Hired by Pasa to commit and do the dirty work. We knew this was going to happen. Keisha, stand up. Like, oh gosh, of all the Negroes in all of Memphis, why you had to go over here with this knucklehead who clearly, like you said, we saw who he was with that mouth dude, which was, we knew who he was. And it's like you fell into it. I do think this still makes her a target for Bria. Bria ain't forgotten nothing. And the lady carries razor blades under her tongue. Like, you're not about to play with her. It's that. Or, it's something worse. I think this will really make the bottom fall out of everything for Keisha. I just hope she don't turn into more illicit drugs or taking more of them perks because she already on the thing. Her mama's already in addiction. So now you're starting an active addiction. I think it only descends when she finds out. And she already has the idea her dad is somehow connected to it. But now this man that you done busted wide open to, he's the actual one that pulled the trigger, girl. What? Keisha, what you gonna do? And again, like I said, I don't know. It's a whole lot of confidence in saying you're definitely going to get a season 2, leaving so many things open. The one thing I really wanted to see by the end of this episode was at the very least, a confrontation between Keisha and her dad. If they left every other storyline open, I would have at least wanted to see a face-to-face with Savion and Keisha and a confrontation and awareness. Like, I know you paid that lady $25,000, even though she doesn't know about Vaughn just yet. But I didn't get any of that. I feel like it's just so much left open in the air that they better get a season 2, Deji. Y'all better get a season 2 because why would you leave it like this?
Girl, Keisha said, I don't ever think I'm going to talk to my daddy again. They said that's enough. That's all you need. That's all you need right there. I just feel like we're getting into perpetuating cycles, and they're gonna try to put Keisha down. Like, Keisha. I said, don't make Keisha no crackhead now. Look, don't do that now. Look, because Keisha very much so gives girl next door with all the potential in the world, and the one, you look like, man, She was probably fine back in the day. You remember Keisha? Man, you seen her lately? Goddamn. Like we see what Carolyn is doing over there, and alcohol is one thing, but we over here on these perks, which could potentially lead to other things we don't know, because things just keep getting worse, and she's going to keep using these things to subside whatever she's going through. We about to get into some addiction. Y'all can't be making Keisha no fiend. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. But oh, Keisha, get away from this man. We knew who he was. Now, I beg your damn pardon. what Now this is when the shark got jumped for me already, season 1. I said, what are we doing? What are we doing, Ty? This ain't Dad President's, girl. This ain't Frankie want to blow up the bank, girl. This ain't Set It Off. What are we doing here? The fact that we're here and she's looking like some barkeep now, and I had to run it back. I thought it said 2 years later. This is just 2 months.
Yeah,
it's just 2 months. Then I ran it back again. Was it a year later? 2 months. And the span of everything that's occurred, 2 months have went by, and you're in the bar talking to the director and writer of the show. So I make this little cameo. Hey, y'all. I'm gonna take this little part real quick. Yeah, I've just fallen on hard times. I failed his test, and I've lost my job after all the time and years I done gave to that armored truck. I'm a good man, Savannah. Maybe want to really roll up there and get what's owed to me. But you know what? They just know my face so well. They just know me all around. I can't roll up there myself. But I could set somebody, maybe you and your daughter up for life, but with a couple mil if you need it for me, because, I can't do it. She's like, let me pour you up another drink. Pour up another drink for what, Ty? What are you doing, fool? And she's like, tell me about it. I flunked out of nursing school. Child scholarship just gone. Shut the fuck up, Ty. Shut up. Ty is rubbing down and cleaning the bar like, whoo, child, if you knew my life. Because it's been 2 months, Ty. Pipe down. It's enough time, and you have enough goddamn youth to dust yourself off and try again. So don't nobody want no job, is what you're telling me. Nobody wants to legitimately work. Because Keisha could most definitely do some heads. Jesse, we do heads. You could do some heads, do some hair, do whatever, save up, whatever. You could have been did that and went on your merry way all the way down there to LA yourself. Fran could have, nobody wants to really work. Everybody wants some quick, some easy money. Yeah, I can do that. You want to jump to robbery in the span of 2 months? These are degenerates. I'm disappointed in everyone. This was very surprising. I don't know how we got here. I said, what does this mean for the next season? You're really about to be out here trying to be a stick-up kid with an armor truck and get your hands on some money like a fool? Y'all really don't care about that child. If you don't love your baby, just say that. I don't know. All of them have, time, potential. You have 2 working legs and feet. You could go and reapply and try to do whatever. But this is not a result or a means to an end. Ever, especially after 2 months. You're a fool. Ashley?
Girl, 27 piece been a fool. And I know she got the bob now. Okay, little bob, mini bob. It's fine. But girl, there's no way. It's just like you got dummy written across your forehead. You don't know this man, and he feels so comfortable with you that he gonna tell you about a heist in the first 2 seconds of meeting him. Oh, all right, sis. And the fact that you might be something I'm into. I'm the only parent my baby has left, but listen, I never gave a damn about her anyway. Let's be serious. Read your book, magic. This was just so beyond the pale for me, because what the hell are you thinking? What are you doing with your life? Thought you had some sense now. You have a sensible Bob. Why are we not? It's just, she don't give a damn. She's worthless at this point. Why am I surprised? I'm not honestly, because if any of them, I don't know, maybe her and Fran, hell, somebody off the street come in, that you don't smell setup. You don't smell anything. Somebody coming in just saying, yeah, and I want to make them pay. Oh yeah, that sounds right up my alley. I'm a single mother, newly single, flunked out of everything. My video vixen dreams were dashed. So yeah, I want to rob the place. Girl. It's just so bizarre to me. You want to
I
hit
don't
licks
know.
now. All
I
right,
just said,
sister.
Magic, read your book.
Yeah, come on.
Read your book, Magic. I don't know. Where do we go with this? You gonna be planning a heist next season? I just don't know. I was hoping that I was like, oh, it's a dream sequence. She's gonna wake up and be working her real job, like, or maybe she is a waitress or she's a bar, whatever. And these are just delusions of grandeur, and this man is. And this is a mirage. No, this is really happening. What? I don't know. I just really don't know. But the jump was crazy. But get it here, Ashley. Do you have any expectations of what you want to see for a season 2?
I honestly don't. I want to see somebody get some sense. I want to see at least one of these young ladies come to themselves and really be moving with full intentionality and purpose that's based in reality, girl. Like that's all I want to see next season. Honestly, I don't know. And I want some resolution. I want Pastor to get, found out. I need us to get some justice about all of these unalivings that have been going on around the streets of Memphis. I want some closure there. And I want to see this friend group really reconnect as friends in truth and in honesty, because we haven't seen that. Like, as much as, these have been friends down from day one, these three all lived very independent lives, keeping secrets from each other. So I would like to see some of that. I would honestly like to see at least one positive example of Black womanhood next season. I really would. I would like to see at least one in the show, damn it. And I get it. Like, we all have complexities and people are not one dimensional. I think what we loved about it initially was the fact that these characters did seem nuanced and like they had depths, they had other dreams and aspirations. And by the end, it feels like they've fallen into that same like one dimensional trope that a lot of our young Black characters get. And that's kind of what disappointed me with this season. So hopefully we subvert some of that in season 2 and we can get back to some positive image of young Black girls in the South, whatever it is, raised in the South.
I don't
Um,
know about that
I'm
actually.
just hopeful,
No, unfortunately, for the type of show that this is, and narratively where it seems like they're trying to go, them being smart, sisterhood, making sound decisions, that's just not that's not where we're going. I think everything's going to descend for the worst. I think these are the characters, and they gave us them being so bright and ambitious, and I want to do culinary, and I want to do this to just show you can start off your life with the best of intentions, and then it doesn't go that way, and then you're just kind of stuck. Like, you're really a girl raised in this house, and you don't lead. And like, yeah, Carol ain't never left Hill. I didn't make it nowhere either. I thought I was gonna have all these dreams and win this skating ring competition and blank, 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 but it didn't turn out that way. I think Fran is gonna really be out here trying to move stealth and be an informant until she's eventually found out and is going to get sloppy however that goes. Keisha, I think Keisha's just going to continue to just go down. Like, I think at a certain point, it's just going to be bad. And then by the time, because we're going to have to go and visit Mama Carolyn over there being an alcoholic. We don't want to see that. I'm an alcoholic now. But once she finds out, like, nobody's who I thought they were, not just my inner circle, but my own dad and my now my boyfriend, I feel like she gonna be on them perks or whatever she gets her hands on, extremely heavy. 27 piece. I don't know what you're doing.
There's no hope for 27.
I don't know. I'm really the show showed that it wasn't like super duper grounded and that we could go a little left, but not that left, especially in the span. And since we just jumped like 2 months, it's making me think that we're going to pick up really closely going into another season and we won't be too far removed. So the fact that we're going to jump to a couple months and you're trying to get into robbery, everybody a scammer, I don't know. I don't know.
Tyra, we gotta have at least one of these young ladies come through this. Like, there's no way all three stay in the gutter. Like, somebody got to come up out of it. And I don't know which one, but they have to give that to us. Every story at least has to give us one. We can't all disintegrate into the
It
depths.
feels like You know,
Lord.
like, oh, the friends, they take different, you know, you grow with people, you choose and take different paths, and the separation happens, nobody's talking to each other, because friend gonna be trying to POP, hold it down, and be an informant. She ain't gonna be able to be around the girls and be that. You already have that contention there with her and 27 piece. She over there looking like she didn't age 50 years as a barkeep. Like, I just been doing it all. Let me. I said, you're not. Life isn't over. You're very young, 27 piece. Why are you acting like life stopped because you couldn't be all in the video, all on the record? It didn't. I don't think this is that show. I don't. But y'all, that was Not Pregnant After Sleeping with Vaughn.
Ugh, God, I hope not.
It would have been like pretty instantaneous. I think it was a combination of pills and some other stuff. It's just not gonna go well. But y'all, that was Girls Raised in the South, the Grits. It's been fun discussing the show. We had a good time, and thank you guys for supporting us every Friday. Ashley, anything you want to share before we get out of here?
No, just thank y'all for coming through. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all of the things. And thanks so much for hanging out with us as we watched Grits and gave it a try.
All right. Once again, thank y'all for watching. Comment down below, and we will see you guys next time. Good night, y'all.
I don't do titles, if I do they, it'll be Michael. Keisha spicy, tipping trainy. Yellow bone chick look like hey Donnie. Freaking the sheets, freak on them please. Been hooked since big old freak. I realized that I was